so-and-so. He wrote that book.
We're live. So welcome, America, to the best hour of your life. Life? Why do I say life? Day. The best hour of your day.
Well, they could not day. So, I mean, it could be the
ever.
best
Your life ever.
It could be the best hour of your life, assuming your life is very, very mediocre. Oh, I mixed it up. Welcome to the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin. Today, we have a returning guest, perhaps our greatest guest of all time, Danny DeVito, ladies and gentlemen.
There he is, Danny. Danny, I'm glad you made it.
Danny's friend, Jenny Winny. Welcome back to the show.
I'd like to mention,
Danny's lost his voice.
He's just excited. He's a little nervous. I just wanted to let you know that this is actually, and I'm just feeding into your meanness, Ron,
Yep.
Eric. That's in my daughter's room.
That's what?
My homeschool daughter. That she had that for her graduate. She wanted it at her graduation.
So let me just.
Oh no! Oh no!
When I walk out her room, I'm always like, "Oh God, it looks like a man standing in there." And
it is a man.
he's wearing a chicken nugget necklace.
That's weird.
And then, but let me say this for you, Eric.
Yeah.
He did say, "Hey, he did say." As I walked out, she said, "Mom, they might have a point about that homeschool thing." She said, because that fedora.
Yeah.
At one point, I almost wore it, and I thought it was cool.
Wait, that fedora is not actually on Danny. That's an outside. Okay.
Yeah, that's the added fedora.
Please.
She said I wanted it because you said I look like Kid Rock.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So really, we'll get into this more later, I'm sure, and throughout the show. But so my point is that homeschool kids are weird. Your point is that they're not. You bring out her Danny DeVito with a chicken nugget necklace, wearing a fedora, and you told me that she carries around a Stan Lee action figure in her purse. I think you're proving my point.
I think we need to cover the news,
Okay.
and then we will address this because this can be addressed. And don't worry, I shall.
It will. All right, here we go. The news, ladies and gentlemen. Robin, what is in the news, you sick fuck?
It's depressing, but well, starting off, it's not so depressing, but we are talking about Spotify. So they're adding a new Soup Premium tier, which now features hi-fi audio, and it's $11 a month. Now, I do love Spotify and Netflix, and I use like their services every day, but like this is just getting a bit too absurd, and so many companies have made this kind of mistake where they're trying to milk their customers, and it's never worked.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
I'll tell you why, because I read the story, and so Spotify has 400 million people that use it. Okay, keep that in mind. They have 200 million people that pay for it. They're still broke. They haven't turned a profit. That's, I mean, how does that make any sense to you? Does that make any sense? 200 million paid users, and they're broke.
How?
Is that from paying the rights?
The
royalties? They pay a lot
right.
to royalties from artists, but the artists, bitch, that they don't make any money through streaming. So who the fuck is making money here?
Somebody has to.
You know what? That's a good point. Because back in the day, right? I remember back in the day they used to. Wasn't it the guy from Metallica, Lars? Or what's his name?
Yeah, he was all pissed off about.
He was worked up about
Napster.
Napster, right? Which I get. Yeah. They weren't getting paid, right?
And it turns out he had a really good point. We should be paying.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But now it's like you know. Well, the thing that's always been interesting is that like if you want to listen to an album, just go on YouTube.
Well, that's the thing. I know there's so much free music.
They're not paying anybody.
Yeah. So Spotify has figured out they can't make money off of 200 million people paying $10 a month. And here's the other thing: they haven't raised prices since its inception, so they're a lot like Arizona iced tea. They're sticking with that 99-cent thing. But so they're like, okay, we can't make money off music. We're going to make money off podcasts. And you're never going to believe this. You can't make money off podcasts. So now they're not paying for content anymore either. They're not going to have any more original shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you want to highlight a couple of the podcast ideas they had? Because I know two of them. If you want to hear them, they paid like $200 or $300 million to Joe Rogan. Which, oddly enough, I didn't want to tell them this, but I listened to Joe Rogan for free.
Yeah, I think.
And then the second weird one that didn't pan out was the one with Harry and Meghan. They paid $20 million and got 12 episodes.
Oh,
so,
shit.
And then the head of the marketing or whatever, the head of something at Spotify said that called Harry and Meghan grifters, and said that he was terrible.
Yeah. So there's a quote in there from somebody. It says the rocket ship to success doesn't exist in podcasting. And they go, have you ever heard of viral podcast? And that's a great point. No, there's been viral videos, music, songs have blown up. Like what's a podcast episode we've all listened to?
You're like, you got to hear this, man. It is good.
Did you hear episode 223? Yeah, nobody cares. I agree with you.
23. It's an hour long. Sit down and have a little listen. No, nobody
I
does that.
will say,
Nobody's care.
if I'm going to listen to a podcast, which I do love podcasts.
Me too.
I don't like the ones that y'all like. Y'all are like, and I was listening to the stock and blah blah blah. No, I like let's get some true crime on there.
Chicks love.
They never solved the crimes though. That's the problem, right?
That,
They'll be like,
you're
to this
listening to
day,
the wrong-
Susie's still
Yes.
missing.
I drove home from DC recently. I listened to an 8-part series at the end. It was like, and we don't know who did it. Why did you do the podcast then?
All the build-up.
Right? What is happening? Why are we even discussing it? Right?
Yes. I don't know.
Spotify offered us money, and we were just like, dude, you're not going to make it. I mean, we don't want to take your money.
Right.
Yeah, but listen, Dr. Death, great podcast.
Wow, this Joe knows an awful lot about.
Yeah,
the
that's
business of Spotify.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, if you want to know the details,
Joe, it would have taken us 2 or 3 years just to get these numbers together. So we appreciate. Yeah, that's good stuff. I don't know whatever Joe does, but he has the numbers down.
How do
He's
you
the
lose
numbers. If Joe's the
197
numbers, he's using. He's good.
How do I get into the position to lose 197 million and still be cool? Like, if you lose 197 million, don't you shut down?
Yeah, don't you go in the corner and cry.
Apparently, there are some rules though. Let me just explain. Spotify,
Yeah.
Amazon, and the United States government that does not exist.
Okay,
Or AIG.
I might be stupid, but I don't use Spotify.
All
What
right.
do you use?
Apple Music.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I used to use Apple Music, but I felt like I was pressured into using Spotify because all the cool kids do. So
I
now
know.
I use both.
Well, my
So-
homeschool kid, the nerd that she is like, Mom, you need Spotify.
Right. Why do we get pressured into using these same things? They do the same shit.
So
Well,
my father is
I
actually
think-
like, my father is an extreme technophobe, and I've always like hated on him for keeping all these CDs and cassettes throughout the years. But now I think he actually has a point.
What about keeping the CDs?
Yeah,
He does.
He's refused
not
to
the
like
CDs.
use Spotify or anything. Yeah.
Why though? It's unbelievable.
Does he use a phone?
He also refuses to use the phone for anything other than calling people. So
Is your father Amish? Where's he getting his porn? How does your
Could be.
father get his
Why
porn?
why is your father punishing himself?
I don't know. It's just like
Why is he living in Cuba?
Exactly.
I don't know. It's just
This
like
man
he
hates
got used to-
America. He hates Spotify. Fucking weird.
We're gonna get him an Eagles t-shirt.
Yes.
Does your dad have a an old Walkman, like with a cassette thing?
Yeah.
He has several of them. Yeah, he has a record player and he has like 2 giant speakers that could like play for a concert.
We have got to get your weirdo father on this show.
Yeah,
There's
and
a lot
and
of-
tell him I'll buy that Walkman off of him.
Now does he put that stuff on while he's cleaning his his Z28 and with his jean shorts on or not? Is that
Listen to
is
REO
that
Speedwagon.
happening? Yeah, right. Do
Put
it
it from a
the guitar
friend.
solo.
Everything's correct except the shorts. He doesn't wear pants or shorts.
He doesn't wear pants or shorts. What does he wear? A dress? A skirt? Nothing?
shawl.
His underwears?
How
Yeah,
have we been
that's
doing
pretty
this
much it.
show for a
He
month?
just wears his underwear. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think well, yeah, Apple has a lot going on.
Yeah, because they have Apple TV. So you pay for the Apple subscription, but you get the music, you get Apple TV, you know. Come on.
Mhm.
Eric heard something about some kind of goggles coming out.
Oh, the goggles. My favorite thing for weirdo incel nerds. Here's the other thing. Spotify has 5 million podcasts. 5 million podcasts. What the fuck? 5 million seems excessive.
We should do a podcast about
Podcasts.
5 million podcasts.
I bet 4 million are true crime and they never solve anything.
They do. They do.
Mm.
I mean, I use Apple, and I'm telling you, I'm constantly like, let's see what's.
I think you said earlier, or maybe you just said it a few minutes ago, but I heard you say it that nothing ever goes viral with
Podcasts.
with podcasts. But I have an idea for one. Is
Okay.
that you commit crimes while you're doing the podcast. The podcast is you committing crimes, right?
Rodney.
So there, it's like it's solved. I'm in prison now, right?
Yeah.
They've just created a new show that's that.
I like it. Crimes in real time.
It's actually, what's that girl's name that was from The Big Bang Theory? You know, Penny, whatever's her, Kelly, what's her name?
The hot one?
Kelly
Yes,
Ripa?
yeah. And anyway, she's in this show now where she realizes that this guy is the murderer. And so they get him and they start a podcast with him as talking with the murderer, you know, before he's caught.
Wait, this is a show now?
Oh, wow.
Someone's stolen my idea. Who's been listening?
I know.
Zuckerberg or the boys at Google?
The chick from The Big Bang Theory is a big fan of the Eric and Rodney show with Robin.
Yep, she is.
Yeah. I don't. That's the other thing I don't understand is all these channels. Who the fuck watches these channels?
We have the Cowboy channel in New York because obviously there's a big cowboy population out here. I always think to myself, what is going to happen today on the PBR bull riding expedition? Who will win? Who will win and who will leave with every bone broken? Who will? What will happen?
Well, I told you I watched the pickleball championships the other day. How the fuck is that?
Well, now listen. That's primo ballerina. Around here, I watch tapes. We have to. Yeah, I mean that's gold, pure gold. That should have its own channel.
It will someday.
Oh.
All right. Next up. Now, this is a very depressing story, kind of. Well, it's 50-50, I think.
Okay, what's the other 50%? Because this is just depression for me. But yeah, I'd like to hear you argue. So there are a lot of companies in the EU that have grouped together, and they're pledging that they're now going to help the refugees with employment after more than 250,000 of them, which have fled from Ukraine, are looking for jobs. So the EU leaders are scratching their heads on what to do with these people. Finally, some leaders are willing to help and give them some jobs.
Well, okay. So here's the thing: they're providing 250,000 jobs. That's very, very nice. It's 250,000 more jobs that I'm providing for refugees. Comma, there are 5 million refugees. So 250,000 jobs, 5 million refugees, and the numbers aren't really working out there. You know,
you got to fight it out to get the job.
Right. So there's going to be like,
yes. And then you can
I got to be honest, 5 million people, you could literally do about anything. Right?
Yes. Yeah. But this is the other thing. Like, this is why, again, I don't want to get too political. Yes, I do. I don't give a fuck. Why? Like, war is hell. Why are we why does half the country support Russian ideology when it's casting off 5 million people, most of whom are women and children? Right? It's not the dudes who flee the country. It's like we all have wives and daughters and mothers. Like this is the untold story of war. We got 5 million women and children who don't know what to do, are fleeing their country so they don't get killed. They show up somewhere else. They don't speak the language. They don't have a job. They don't have access to money. It's fucking awful. But half of us go, no, Russia's right. You know what I'm saying? Now, I realize the irony of an American saying that warmongering is bad. I don't think we should have any war. That's a very bold statement, but I'm staying behind it.
I think that we should just give each other money.
It would help.
No, I mean in general, like if you've upset me, instead of going to war, you got to pay a tax, right?
Yeah. Does America have a refugee program?
We don't like letting refugees in.
Okay, so here's something controversial. The UK, and this is something that most of the EU is mad about. The US and the UK seem to be like the two most warmongering countries in the Middle East, and like once
that
they
doesn't
have
sound right. that doesn't sound like us. Yeah, no,
not just there, but go ahead.
So they start so much shit in the Middle East, and then when there's tons of refugees in like Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan, they all go to Europe. And they're questioning, like, why doesn't US and UK accept more refugees when they're the one that caused the problem?
Because we're too big.
It's harder to get here.
It's harder to get here. We're bigger assholes than everybody else. Like, it's just we can be dicks. We're like the hot chick or the football player. Like, we don't play by society's rules.
That's right. We're animals.
Exactly.
In America, we kill people who kill people because killing people's wrong.
It's quite sad.
The beatings will continue until morale improves, is the general thing.
Yeah.
But we've known this forever. I was going to say I'm a big Vonnegut nerd. So have you guys ever read Slaughterhouse-Five?
I've heard of it.
It's a great fucking novel.
Yeah, it's a good book.
So it's all about his time in World War II, the bombing of Dresden. He was a prisoner of war when the Allies firebombed Dresden. And the subtitle to Slaughterhouse-Five is The Children's Crusade, because his point is we never deal with the actuality of war. Every time Hollywood makes a movie about war, it stars George Clooney and Matt Damon, who are in their fucking 30s, right? Grizzled old veterans. That's not who fights war. 18-year-olds fight war. Children fight war. And while we send our children over to die, they displace 5 million women and children. And no one talks, we just fucking glorify this stupid shit. And it's awful.
When you just said that, all I could picture was, not to change the subject, but was George Clooney playing Batman and Matt Damon in that movie. We bought a zoo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just came. And I'm like, that guy made me bought a zoo, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Yes, it's insanity.
Yes, war is money.
You just said George Clooney was bad. I forgot about that.
Wasn't? Yeah, he was Batman. And I read one time that he said somebody was like, "Why did you do Batman?" And he's like, "Here, I'm going to be honest. I think it was in Esquire. This was years ago." And they said, "Why did you do Batman?" He's, "I want to be honest with you. My agent told me if I did Batman, I could do whatever I wanted the rest of my life."
That's true.
He's like, so I said, "Strap me up."
He wasn't a good Batman.
No, it was terrible. Remember when Val Kilmer was Batman?
Yes. Now I love Val, not as Batman.
I do too. I hated Val. One of the things I really dislike, and not to get off topic again, but speaking of national treasures, I think Val Kilmer is a national treasure. We should get his. I wish he didn't have his throat issues.
I know.
And also, I forgot Michael J. Fox, another national treasure.
Michael J. Fox was cut down way too early.
Yeah, he was hysterical. Remember on Spin City, that show? I mean, that show was hysterical. He was
on
hysterical.
point. He was on point back at Family Ties.
He's even as a shithead Alex P. Keaton, I wasn't a fan of, but
Val is the worst Batman. Ben Affleck is the worst
Batman.
Is
a terrible Batman.
Wait, Ben Affleck's Batman now? Yikes.
Yeah, but Val Kilmer had a 5-year span where he was Doc Holliday, he was Jim Morrison, he was Batman, he was Iceman. Like, he had all the greatest fucking roles in Hollywood.
He was a lot of man.
Doc, okay?
Yeah.
The Doc Holliday. My second, the first one's Downey. The second one's Doc. After yours truly, Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
I saw a documentary on him, and it was really sad about how, like, he's like, I want to be an actor. He's like, but I'll have to do these, like, meet and greets and stuff like that. And they were like, and I was just like, this guy's like, he's like, I don't know. I don't know the guy obviously, but he seems like he had the heart of Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
Who also seems like a nice guy. Maybe also a national treasure.
Keanu Reeves is a national treasure. He's always donating his salaries to like the stuntmen and shit. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We have a lot of national treasures.
We do.
Why go to war now?
No.
This seems like another thing you're shitting on millennials because they're not going to war. Yeah, you know what? We should start a war just to get these kids off the fucking couch.
Give us time.
Start a war with
Give us some time. We'll get back to it.
Who needs some freedom? Robin, you need some freedom over there? We can bring some fucking freedom if you need it.
This is the question we ask. Do you need freedom and do you have oil?
Yeah, we're going to bring freedom if you happen to have oil. Okay.
No, but you guys have already given
Here's how it works. First, do you need freedom, right? And then if you say maybe, maybe not, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
If we determine you have oil, you're going to need some freedom.
And you definitely need freedom. Robin just said,
we have to free you from your oil.
Robin's scared because he just goes, you guys already gave us freedom. We're fine.
You hear that digging out back?
Yeah, all right.
That's
so
true.
they didn't find any oil here, so I'm guessing that's why they just let us go.
Yeah. All you guys have is ladyboys, and until we can fuel a Honda's with a ladyboy, we don't need it. Okay, what's next?
That's actually funny you mentioned that because like the only place where there's like a huge population of ladyboys in the Philippines is Olongapo, and that's where the U.S. military base was, and it's still there. So apparently
that base is there in case you need extra freedom. Like at any point when your freedom starts to dip, you're like, all right, boys.
There's a freedom meter in there.
Also, okay, real quick, we got to move on. But all the ladyboys are right where the army is stationed.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there.
I bet they were trying to join.
Every day they knock. Can we join?
Can we come in?
They got camouflage high heels. Let's go. Okay, what's next? Look at Danny DeVito. Approves of this.
He's looking at you, kid.
Nailed it.
Oh, I'm not gonna get canceled for saying
Yeah.
Does anyone still give a shit about the British royal family? Because apparently they keep coming on the news.
Let me guess. It's Henry and Meghan's privacy tour.
Related to that, yes.
Worldwide privacy tour.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's more so the reaction of his brother. So Prince William is, it says here, simmering with resentment, which is quite strong. So these two boys were inseparable after the loss of their mother, Princess Diana. But things got heated when Harry portrayed his older brother as his arch nemesis in his book. Well, some people do say that he is doing a great job of removing Harry and Meghan from his life and doing his job as he must as Prince of Wales. But what does the Prince of Wales even do?
I don't know, but there's a great line in this story where they go, all right, so William's compartmentalizing the pain so he can focus on being the Prince of Wales. To your point, what the fuck does the Prince of Wales do? Title. Stop it with this ridiculous bullshit. Oh my god! And they keep referring to Meghan and the other guy there as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Yeah,
the douche of Sussex. I mean the Duke of Sussex. Sorry.
No, you're right. It's the douche of Sussex. We need a made-up title. Oh god. Oh, it bothers me so much.
Defender of the free world. I remember when what was it, the guy? What was Queen Elizabeth's husband? Philip, was that his name? He passed away.
Yeah.
And I remember they were writing this thing, and they were talking about he designed his own Land Rover truck, and they had the guy on there talking about it. He's like, we must have had 3 or 4 calls, a couple of trips down to the factory. He's like, he really was devoted to working on it, right? I'm thinking he probably was like, nope, yes, no, maybe.
Of course.
Right? Like they acted like he was down there like sculpting it with his hands. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
Well, they said part of I looked up what the Prince of Wales does. A lot of it is showing up to charitable events. That's not a job.
Yeah,
like pretending to be a prince. Oh, the prince is here, everybody. That's like being a hired Spider-Man or a clown at a party.
That's like the Hamptons.
Exactly. And here's the other thing.
You know when she died? Do you remember? I know you don't, Robin, but
he wasn't.
Yeah. But remember when that news came up that she died?
Yeah.
Oh, Diana.
Yeah, Princess Diana. He wasn't alive, though, Robin. Were you alive?
How old are you?
1997 was when I was born, so I think it happened that same year.
You were just, you might have been here for
probably been a baby. Yeah.
No.
So you had no
baby. He was a tiny baby.
The other thing I love is how much the younger one, the one that's married to Markle, the one with all the problems. What's
Henry.
Harry.
Yeah,
you said Henry earlier, and I was like, Henry.
The ginger. I don't know. I don't care. But he's living off the legacy. Like his mother gave him $10 million. The monarchy, by the way, is worth $28 billion. So the point is,
only $28 billion.
Yeah. Raping and pillaging and plundering for 300 years really does a bank account good. But they're crying about like being a part of this family while living off the legacy and money of that family. It's just kind of disingenuous.
Right? That's something I'd like to say.
Yeah.
About them. It's kind of weird though, because I always felt sorry for Harry because he was kind of like the ugly kid. You know, I didn't think he was attractive. William was always this model kid. And now, look, roles reversed.
The older one's ugly.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's got that.
No, but can I just offer my commentary on this?
Yeah.
Just really quick. Is that this is the Prince of Wales, right? Or whatever he is. Is he actually also the prince, right? And I'm just curious, like he could have literally got anyone and he went for Meghan.
I mean,
I'm just brainstorming here.
Hot.
I might have just stayed single if I was him.
Yeah.
Everyone. So here's the other thing. Like when Tom Brady married Giselle, a bunch of people came out. Oh, she's not even that hot. First of all, she's worth like $600.
I don't know if we can compare Meghan to Giselle.
No, but I'm just saying, anyone marries isn't good enough. You know, like Beckham was obviously gorgeous, and he married a Spice Girl. People are like, but no, like who? Sorry, so who's hot enough for the Prince of? So who the fake title he's given himself? Who's hot enough?
She's beautiful. I think she's beautiful.
Technically, I think he probably should have married to squash all the troubles. He probably should have married someone from the UK.
Yeah, you think so? Well,
I mean, I just think they would give him less problems, right? Like,
I think it's a white chick from the UK they were looking for, not a half black chick from the United States. Wow, this guy, it's not.
I think what I mean is that like I feel like, and again, I don't know any of these, but I feel like she has like such an air of entitlement, right? Like his, because she was famous and this and that, and then I think when you mix it with like him just being an idiot,
Right. Well,
Wait, so
go ahead.
Americans know about adobo.
Oh yeah, we use it all the time. Come on here, stop it. We
It's that good. Okay.
Oh yeah, I use it all the time. Get out of here. Stop.
This is an adobo.
Stupid questions.
Okay, you're just okay.
It's adobo for life.
Yeah.
One more. You think that how we covered that story that said CNN is down by like 50% after the Trump presidency in terms of viewership because there's no like interesting news? I think the Crown needs this. They're like the Kardashians at this point. They just need to stay in the news. So this guy has to write a book, and then the brother, he goes, they got in a fight, and he goes, he screamed and shouted at me and threw me into a dog bowl. Like, that is some British shit.
Threw him into a dog bowl?
Threw him into a dog bowl and got a cut. And this makes the book. You imagine writing a passage about fighting with your brother? Stop it, fucking weirdo. And you lost.
He threw me in.
And threw me. What? It already enough sounds a lot like Succession.
It's dumb as shit.
Ripped from the headlines.
I guess.
Kings and queens are all fake.
Are they still on the World Privacy Tour, or did it end?
Well, no. Didn't he claim that he got ran off the road by paparazzi?
That's private.
Oh yeah, but that was in New York City. But then they asked the cab driver, and he said he didn't know what in the world they were talking about. They had a nice, quiet drive back, listening to NPR. He's like, they were so polite.
All right, let's cover the last story, then get into the Jenny Winny half hour. Robin, this is a sick story.
And
more people, your neighbors.
But we do cover the news, and 6 stories like this do exist, so people need to hear about them.
Is this about animals?
It is.
Oh no. No.
Both human and animals. So there is a global network of sadistic monkey torture, and it's been uncovered from the dark web, where there are viewers from the US and the UK who are paying Indonesian crime rings big money to torture monkeys on video.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
So they'll do like a LinkedIn Live poll where they go, "What do you want me to torture this monkey with? A hammer, a screwdriver, a pair of pliers?" Yeah. Okay, and just to prove an ongoing point of mine, I have a picture of the guy that calls himself the Torture King. You're never going to believe the kind of propaganda he has in his basement. Ready? Oh, look at that! Not a Biden supporter.
Wait, hold on a second. Back up. This guy is the head of an Indonesian drug kingpin.
He's one of the Americans who calls himself the Torture King. There's also a woman.
I'm so confused. Okay, so this guy is American, and he's part of the Indonesian torture rings.
He's paying.
Oh, he's paying.
Yeah.
Oh, he's paying to see the monkeys tortured. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awful.
They also describe a 40-year-old grandmother from Alabama who goes by the name Sadistic. And she's a monkey torturer as well. Like, how?
So wait, so the people you're speaking of, I understand. These people are paying to see the monkeys tortured.
Yeah, although he might be torturing monkeys as well. It's big. So here's the other thing. This shit's on Facebook.
Hold on a second, though. Hold on here. I'm so confused. Can we just dissect the wall here? So down at the bottom, I'm just asking, right? I'm asking for a friend here. It looks like a Trump flag there, if I'm not mistaken. But beside it is a rebel flag. However, I just want to point out that an Ice Cube T-shirt is right beneath the rebel flag.
There's one of these things is not like the others, and I think it's the Ice Cube T-shirt he has hanging on.
I'm just thinking to myself, though, like, if you're building a wall of hate,
right?
Would you have a T-shirt of Ice Cube below?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Those two things they're juxtaposing pretty starkly. I can't tell what the other T-shirt is though. I'm gonna guess it like Insane Clown Posse or something.
Where?
I don't know.
That seems very bizarre. The other thing I don't understand either is he has a Tennessee.
Yep. Above that, that's a Volkswagen thing, right? I mean, is that a slate Nazi, like a?
Looks like there's a dog chain over there. You see, there's a chain over there. Looks like something's hanging down.
But he classed it up with the sparkly Christmas lights.
The Christmas lights, really. It looks like there was a bike rack there too. Yeah.
It also says.
And why does he have his hats up that high? Is he jumping up to catch them?
He's a big fan of the Sons of Anarchy television program.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought that was like a
Oh,
biker
yeah, that's
gang.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he might think it actually is. It's an imaginary biker gang that he might be a part of.
Yeah. I will just say, listen, I know we're not all liberals who watch this show, but never would you see a pro-Biden basement with the torture king with monkey. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? This kid doesn't happen in Massachusetts. I want to brag.
I think that's sick. I can't. This guy should be ashamed of himself.
Oh
Torturing
my
monkeys,
God.
torturing anything. Here's my thought. Right? If you want to really get at it and like torture and hunt down monkeys, then perhaps we should lock you in a cage with a couple of them,
Yeah, no shit.
no weapons, and we see how it goes.
At least, yeah, Mike Tyson wanted an honest boxing match with a gorilla. This guy's just torturing. They're tiny monkeys too. They're like those adorable little tiny things.
Oh my goodness!
You can't torture a normal sized monkey would fucking kill you. So they're doing little baby adorable, those things.
Yeah.
People are sick.
There's some really wild crime gangs in Indonesia. It sounds like.
Sick.
Yeah. So the torture king just offhandedly mentioned joining the Telegram monkey torture group. So I guess this is easily accessible. You can just go on Telegram, type in monkey torture group.
But how can they be visible like that and not be taken down? I don't understand.
Well, they're not in America, right? I mean, I'm assuming they're not killing them here, right? Killing the monkeys here. It's in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Indonesia, wherever.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, who knows what the rules are there? My God.
But the shit is on YouTube. It's on Telegram. It's on Facebook. What the fuck?
Nope.
Thanks, Zuckerberg. It's terrible. I just don't understand.
You wonder. He has a barbed wire tramp stamp. Everyone in the monkey torture game has a barbed wire tramp stamp.
He did have a Volkswagen emblem on his wall too.
Well, I think that's a Nazi thing, right? Because they used to own Nazis.
We should have him on the show and ask him.
I think it's just for Volkswagen.
What is your favorite Ice Tears album?
Oh.
Oh man, this guy, he's throwing a lot of heat. He's got a lot going on this.
Yeah.
Crispy pato. That's also a great dish.
What is crispy pato?
It's when they have I think it's like roasted pork leg and feet, and then it's really crispy. It's like chips, but it comes directly from the pork.
So maybe like pork rinds, Eric.
Like pork rinds. Yeah.
Wait, but what did you say? The legs and
lot.
feet?
Did you say legs and feet?
Yeah.
You lost me when you said it.
We don't.
Feet.
Yeah, we don't waste any part of the
Yeah,
animal.
we would. That would be terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just frying up some feet chips over there.
Come on in. Got a hot batch of feet chips.
Rob, get in here. The feet chips are ready. Jesus Christ.
The feet chips are getting cold. Close that door. It's a draft.
Stop sending strangers pictures of your feet and come eat the chips.
Oh, no.
Get in here, boy.
Philippines are wild. All right, JD Winny. Let's do your Well, welcome back to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Yep.
Welcome back.
I
Welcome
almost think,
back.
yeah. Okay.
Friend,
I'm not sure about this, but
Who's your friend with you? You brought a friend with you?
Introduce your friend.
Who, him?
Mm-hmm.
Danny. I was just wanting to. This is from my daughter's room, and I went down and I was like, "Listen, there's some haters on you, okay? And they're grown men,
Right.
Yeah.
And I said,
You told her it was Eric and Robin.
Yeah. So I said, I need to get a few
Something.
things to prove my point.
Oh God.
Who is
There he
that?
is.
This is the Stanley action
Stanley.
figure that her daughter
Oh,
carries
wow.
around in her purse.
She said, "Mom, make sure you show his abs."
Wow.
Dan's got abs.
Okay, so
That's great.
yeah, I think so.
The things that little guy has seen.
Yeah,
On account of the homeschooling. Yeah.
I told her,
Wasn't
I
he
said,
in her
"Listen,
first?
I've got to collect some things from your room
Yeah.
that just prove what a cool, awesome kid you are." Which that is one of them right there.
That is pretty cool, actually. I like that. You sold me on that.
Oh, is that Steven Tyler?
That's Hillary
Idiot.
Clinton.
I love Steven Tyler.
I thought that was Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, but yes, I like it. I did for a second, didn't you? It looks a little bit like her. I don't know.
No, it actually
She has a
was.
purple pantsuit on. Look, I mean, how
That
could I?
does look like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
Now
but
that's
then you see
the
the
Hillary I'd
scars.
vote for.
Say, yeah.
No, I get it now, but yeah, it did
Yeah.
look. I thought it was Hillary. Sorry, Hillary.
Oh, Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Yep, Iron Man. Mm-hmm.
He says that this probably is her real daddy.
Whoa.
I thought Robert Downey Jr.'s eyes were blue. I'm messing
You
with
know,
you.
you know how much this pop figure's worth?
How much?
$100.
What?
Yeah.
She said, "Don't drop it, Mom." I said, "I'm not gonna drop him."
You didn't tell her we're giving it away to one lucky viewer?
I did. I said, "It's these people that are hating on you." Now this one.
Yep. Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, we love it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, no one can hate on
know
Bob.
why
He
he's
was a
worth
peaceful
more?
soul.
He's worth more
His
because his hair is velvet on this one.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Have you ever taken a bunch of mushrooms and watched the joy of painting?
Okay, that just turned.
Or have you just taken a bunch of mushrooms?
I was like, wait a second.
Oddly enough.
Yeah. How much is Bob
really
Ross
cool.
worth? He's going to be a couple $100.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to tell people about you and the remake of what is it, Weekend at Bernie's? But this one is Week with Danny.
Danny DeVito's not dead yet, unfortunately.
Well, no, but she's going to prop him up like he's going around town with her, right?
He's so cool, though. You know, and I mean,
is cool.
she's like, she wanted a life-size cutout of either him or Dr. Phil.
Oh,
What is this American obsession with cardboard cutouts of celebrities?
Oh,
Because
shit.
people think it's real.
Glad you asked. Hold on.
Oh,
I know he has Tom
Hey, wait
Brady.
a second. Hey, Robin. The average dude has a cardboard cutout of himself.
Look.
Oh, what?
Oh, there he
Oh,
is. There's
yeah.
That guy.
I don't have any cardboard cutouts of anything.
No. I'll leave Elvis right here.
I wish.
Elvis's crotch. You got to get one.
Yeah, all the cool kids do it.
Yeah.
This is also hanging on her wall, y'all.
Mushroom. Oh, shit. Mjolnir.
Thor's hammer.
Thor's
Yep.
hammer.
What do you call that hammer? She's like, it's a Mjolnir. And I was
Mjolnir.
like a Mjolnir. Like, come
No,
here,
I don't.
Mjolnir.
I know. Yeah, it must be heavy.
It's Norwegian for always going to be a virgin.
He's so cool, Eric.
Loki. Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is a cool kid.
Yeah. Is she
And
single?
how old is your daughter?
He's 19.
Okay,
Yeah. And she is.
these are cool things.
They are. Yeah. And I just feel like I contributed to that.
No, I think you did. You did it well. You were her only teacher, so yes, everything's
I
responsible.
had an influence.
You taught her.
You taught her well.
Now, this would, I'd like to hijack at this point and kind
Yeah,
of
go
take
ahead. It's your
this
show.
part of the show. Okay. I mean, this brings us to this part of the show.
Yes, the Jenny Winny show.
Show a few pictures.
You know, I've often thought that you should cast aside the average dude, and it should just be the Jenny Winny show. I think he's holding you back in many ways.
You think so?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it without Danny.
I think it should be Jenny and Danny and the average dude.
Jenny Winny and Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Danny.
No, I think he should join the three of them.
Oh,
So it should be like three. So yeah, it should be like
did
three
one time.
boxes, 4 boxes, right? Like we have, and then
Yeah.
Danny's in one of them, and then somebody voices Danny.
Yeah,
Perhaps
you
it
don't
could
have
be Italian Tony. Just brainstorming here, guys.
You're
Dave
on
Chappelle
something
Jr.
here, Rodney. That's
There
okay.
you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. I'm going to show y'all some pictures. I'm going to
Okay.
show you 3 celebrities. All
Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 3 celebrities.
Tell me what they have in common.
Oh, interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm gonna try. Will Robin know these people?
You'll have to add it to the screen.
Okay, I'll add it to the screen.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we have this.
So don't go.
That is
Don't
Selena
go-
Gomez.
Yep.
Okay,
Is that right? I
Uh-huh.
won.
Can I go to the next slide?
Yeah. Next slide.
Oh,
Oh, I can
Ryan
do it.
Gosling.
Hey, Eric, I can do it for you on here. Ryan
Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. The
Jonas Brothers.
Those are the
Jonas
Jonas
Brothers.
sisters.
Now, what do they have in common?
Oh, they all
Oh,
sing.
what do they have in common? I have no idea. I just thought you wanted to know who they were.
They all smashed.
Wait,
They all smashed Meghan Markle.
who was the first one again? Was it Harry Styles? Wait, who was
Selena.
it?
Selena Gomez.
Oh, they're all singers.
They've all
Wait, does he
tortured
sing? He
monkeys.
sings, right? No, I know what it is. They were on the Disney Club.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, they got it.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
Oh no.
Now, without further
Nice.
ado, I
wait.
did a little homework, and I'd like to go to this. Are homeschoolers a little odd? Studies say no.
Who's doing the study?
I love it.
In the homeschool?
Homeschoolers.
Exactly.
Look at this. The numbers don't lie. Now look. Okay. And then look at reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that, y'all. I mean, really.
Right, you know what? You're absolutely right, because if there were ever 5 pillars of communities, right? Selena Gomez, Ryan Gosling, and these assholes. Listen, this is how.
Hey, I'm just saying. Oh God. Oh.
Speaking of Jonas Brothers, I was watching The Real Housewives of New Jersey one time, and one of the brothers, oddly enough, was on there, and he was helping one of them build a house. And I said, "That can't be one of the Jonas Brothers. Is he singing?"
Yeah.
And it was Kevin. I don't know if Kevin is illustrated here. I don't know their names, but
yeah,
Right.
Kevin is the one that's not as fortunate in the middle.
so when they're not singing, apparently Kevin builds houses.
So,
Yeah. If I was trying to make a case that homeschoolers weren't
listen,
weirdos,
hey, you
it
know
wouldn't
what?
be these 5 people.
You know who else was homeschooled too, though, right?
Who?
Just speaking of the devil, was Britney Spears. So I see your point. The people that are homeschooled are definitely not weird. Absolutely not. No
Okay,
way.
just forget it. Just forget it. Okay. Just forget
I
it.
don't.
You could have thrown in any presidents, any heads of state, any inventors.
Listen, there was some that were like pot, and then I was like, you know what? Eric will rip that apart. He will rip.
Eric,
that
can we
apart.
just talk about their choice of outfits here? What is going on? You got the guy in the middle, right? He's dressed like a mafia don, and the other two
Hey,
look
It's for
the,
breast
the
cancer.
other two look like they're trying to get a job at Pink.
Exactly. When you're homeschooled, you end up dressing like your teachers. So these guys went rape their mother's wardrobe. And,
The guy in the middle, if you don't have his money by Friday, it's lights out. His two associates will be in touch.
all right. If you don't have their money on Friday, what's he gonna do? Paint your nails? I mean, look at him. This is the least intimidating mafia boss I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, it's for
Look at these
breast cancer.
dons. Look at these dons. Is this the Gotti Boys?
Just forget
Remember that show, The Gotti Boys?
Yeah.
And they were like, "You better get in there and clean your room, Johnny Jr."
You can just take it down now. Oh my gosh, take it down.
No. I'm really digging in. I want to dig in. Okay.
Wait, Eric, go to the next slide. I just want to show you something really quick that I noticed. Keep
This
going.
one?
No. How is everything at 50% for
Yeah.
us nitwits?
Yeah, us idiots scored 50 across the board.
Can I say something too? I was not homeschooled, okay?
There's got to be some variables in there. There's got to be we got to do better than 50.
Wow, we were just batting 500 right across the board.
Yeah.
Next time you make these, you come see me. I'll help you.
Hey,
That
listen, I didn't
segment
put a
is-
lot of effort into it, okay?
Now, here's what I would say. Here's what I would say is that your daughter has a very cool collection of items you brought. So she might be the exception.
Yeah, I told her,
Right,
I said,
Eric?
honestly, I said, I'm going to need to get you down here up here on the show because she's just cool.
I'm sure your daughter. Listen,
She is cool. I can tell it.
Prince was weird and cool. You know, you can be weird and cool.
And he played basketball.
Well, he's fucking great at basketball. I did
Yeah,
notice
you know what?
there was a thing down here that said weirdness. The thing would be, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not measuring.
Well, we would still be at 50.
Quit saying we. Like, I'm not part.
No.
I was not homeschooled.
I can tell.
No, we weren't either. Well, here's the other thing. I do agree that Danny DeVito does make me want to Jersey Mike's. I think he's done it great. Danny, sweet
I'd like to
Danny.
say something else, y'all, about changing the subject because I'm going to get off before I just get mad.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding. Okay, you remember how last time I was on here and we talked about how reels, like doing the Instagram reels?
Yes. Yes.
And guess what?
It's every Tuesday.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. So when was I on? When was your first week of show? Was it May?
It was
A couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
It was after the first Emmy.
Right.
Y'all said, okay, we'll just do May 26th. Okay, so I've been following it.
So that's been almost a month, 5 days from a month for 30 days.
Yep. So then I had 9,500 followers.
Yeah.
So today, I've been checking it every Thursday since I've been on the show. And so today, 15,165.
What?
Robin, you're fired.
What are you?
Jenny, who's your agency? Talk to us immediately. Who's your agency?
Secret.
You know what? No, you've been mean, Eric. So I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, Eric, you're mean.
Yeah, you mean.
You've been mean.
I'm just kidding.
You mean.
You mean.
Well, I mean,
I'm a cuss. You're a butthole. No, but I was just like, wow. It,
So that's 6,000. Wait, how many do you have now? 15,000 what? 500?
15 one, and then I went from 95 to 15.
No, so that's 6. So you've got 6,000 in. So you're averaging almost 2,000 a week.
I don't even know why.
Well, can I just say, so we just started our Instagram, like based because you. So we've gone from 0 to 1,486 in two weeks.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. Did you buy them?
Yeah.
You did?
I don't know.
I don't know. Ask Robin. He said Robin said that he's using some. Robin said he's using some white hat methods.
Yeah,
I do.
So Jenny, what?
Mine are authentic.
You're just doing yours once a week?
Yeah. And they just wait for it. And listen, now I was just saying, you don't get this kind of advertising. I was telling my husband last night, because there's a woman who she is in, I can't remember. I'm selling to people like Rhode Island. I've got one lady who is, she reached out to me, and she's just, so I said, I'm gonna look her up. I just want to see like who she is. And then there she is with a picture of like Desmond Tutu. And then she's talking about how she interviewed Julie Andrews, but she just loves my stuff. She says, and she has an accent, and she's like, I'm not upset by, these reels that you do every Tuesday. I'm not upset by it because it makes her want to buy. I'm just like, okay, so
Jenny's like, I'm not either.
So last night I was looking, and one of the customers is talking to the other people on the reel, saying, you just need to call. You just need to call the store, and they will help you, and blah 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 blah. And then she said, let me think, what was it? Oh, I posted a reel. I said, for all of you people out there, because some people are like, is this fake? Is this even a real business? Because I'm still not, my website's not up. Okay, whatever. But anyway, and so this woman said, this is my favorite place to shop now. And she's like in Rhode Island.
So, okay. So
imagine what you could do with a website.
Oh,
I mean, really, the sky would be the limit, really.
Rodney, I know it's killing. Okay, because let me explain. I'm going to pick y'all's brain real quick and tell me what
I'll help you.
Okay. Listen. Okay. Facebook, you know how you have like your business page. Now that's where I get a lot of my people.
Inbound. Right.
A lot. I mean, and so when my personal Facebook page was hacked and Meta shut me down, boop, they shut it down. That left that business page out in limbo. Okay.
So you can't reclaim it.
Well, after a year, I finally got on with a guy, and I have sent every verification. I've sent my articles of incorporation. I have sent bank state. I'm like, this is mine. This is mine. So I'd started a new one. Okay. So I don't even mind that one having to go by the way.
So let's stay up there. Robin and I have a very effective method of getting people's attention. What we would do is take the entire C-suite Meta and email them that you've been locked out of your account every 15 minutes. I promise you someone will appear. We had a recent issue with Zapier, and after we emailed the entire C-suite, help was immediate.
Let me take Rodney. I got
email Zuckerberg. Exactly, we got a problem.
Listen, I was sending messages to LinkedIn people, that officials. I applied for a job.
Terrible.
Oh no. I did. I applied for a job. I know that's sad. That was.
You should have just reached out to me and Robin. We'd have got it sorted in 15-20 for you. But go on.
Okay, but really, it doesn't matter because I started a new page. Okay, great, wonderful. Now, so you know how Instagram and Facebook are connected.
Yes.
Okay. So I still have my Instagram. I still have that. That Instagram is still connected to that old Facebook.
Facebook.
So when I try to connect it to the store,
right,
online, it says this is owned by someone else. You see what I mean?
I do see what you mean. Can I ask you something just tangentially related? You do a reel, you get a lot of followers, but you must be making money too. You do a reel and people call in and want to buy the shit. So why don't you do them more often? Is it worth, like, are you making enough money to justify however long it takes you to do a reel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so why don't you do them every day?
Because I don't want to.
You hate money? You hate capitalism? You're a communist? What do you love Russia?
What kind of clothes are these? Send them to me. I will do the reels. Send them over here. I'll take half.
See, what happened is after the pandemic, we changed our schedule up. We're not open now Monday through Saturday. We're open Wednesday through Saturday.
But hold on, before we get into that, we got to solve this problem, right? So hold on. So let's back up. So you can't get into a new page. So that sounds like an issue. Here's what I would do. I would create a whole other page and start pushing traffic to it and connect that one and be like, this is the backup page. This is the second page.
But Rodney, I did. Okay. But the thing is that my Instagram, I have not started a new Instagram.
Yeah. Start a new Instagram. That's what I mean. As a backup. No, but start it as a backup and then tell people, follow me here. Give it 10% off discount. Give them something.
I did.
Here's why. And then I think what you should do is you should go on Squarespace because it's very easy to use. And I'm not endorsed by them. I do like them. Go on Squarespace and just build it out. All you really need is a landing page. You don't necessarily need a website unless you want to sell products on there. At this point.
Otherwise, I have a landing page.
Okay, so then that's all you really need.
I just need, because to me, a landing page is just like, I hate when I hit a landing page and it's like, you can't shop now. You know what I mean? It's like,
so you want to sell online. So if you want to sell online, it's going to take a lot of effort. Yeah, you're going to have to use Squarespace and you're going to have to upload the products and the inventory.
I've already got it loaded, a lot of it.
Okay.
I want to connect it because my husband's like, well, just go ahead and just do it. This is my thing. People, when they see it on Facebook, they want to go, oh, I want that click.
Right.
They don't want to sit there and say, what's your website? Now let me look for the top. Now
but what I'm saying is that once you have the website with Squarespace, what you can do is you connect it so that when they hit buy, it takes them to the checkout page on Squarespace.
I know. And I understand. But I'm waiting. This is my last attempt. Last night, this guy, I finally the only thing you can ever communicate with Meta, they do not have a number. You can't call. But if they think you're going to spend advertising money, they'll answer. And so I've been talking to this guy and he sent me another email last night and he said, okay, listen, I need you to do this and this and this because I laid into it. I said, listen, I don't believe that you're even going to ever fix this. And if that's the case, fine.
Right.
If you don't get it solved this way, I think you just tell me and Robin what you need, give us the details and we'll just reach out to our friends on Facebook.
Yeah. Have you ever tried getting into an e-commerce platform? That's even better.
You could even use Shopify as another option.
Shopify.
Squarespace,
I did Shopify. Right now I have Lightspeed. I'm ready. Lightspeed will sync it immediately with the boutique. And so that's my thing is that, so like, let's just say like this shirt. Okay. I'm not Walmart.
I like your shirt. It's nice, by the way.
Thank you.
It's very Southern like mine.
Yeah.
I love Southern.
But anyway, it's like, so I might have a small, medium, and a large, let's just say, because it's a specialty item. So
then they got to move quick.
Well, I know. But if they sell it in the store, in the brick and mortar, I need it to come off the website. So that's why I need them linked.
You can do that. So you can do that with Shopify, or you can do that with Squarespace. What I would say, though, here's an idea, Eric, and this is almost like a bit. What if we could find, through the power of this show, someone who could do Jenny Winny's website?
Oh, you know what? I bet we could.
Like only the best apply, though. Like we could crowdsource your website designer from this show. What do you think? We all know a bunch of people.
Yeah. We're making a website. You're doing some LuLaRoe shit, right? I mean, chicks just love watching other women put stuff on and then buying it.
Don't ever say that. No, I'm not doing that at all.
Well, they did videos and then they sold shit. That's what you're doing. I mean, you're not selling like stinky leggings.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what the difference is, though. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep echoing. Do y'all hear me echo?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, as long as it don't bother you, because
it's Danny.
You have to go away. My thing is that first of all, people like seeing me because they know I own it.
Yes,
that's right.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, there's some haters on there, but I mean, I'm just telling you, it's been unreal. It really has. I have to say.
You say some haters? What in the world?
Oh my God.
So here's a question for you for real world stuff, right? I'm asking for a friend, but tell us, how do you deal with the haters? Like if somebody woke up that morning and drank a big old tall glass of haterade and guy decided to get on and start hating, what do you say to a fan?
I tell you what, the old me would have like taken down the post and cried.
Yeah.
The new me's kind of like this. I don't care. I don't respond.
We used to have a client who owned a Power Tools e-commerce website. And when he would get haters, he would just take their email address and sign them up for gay porn newsletters. And I think that's a really subversive, subtle way.
Yeah.
So just ignore them and just sign them up for a bunch of gay porn newsletters. It's like, oh, carte blanche. I have an email address.
I was saying to somebody, because literally, I'm glad with all the followers. I'm thrilled to death, but I'm not even lying. I don't know if y'all have like Business Suite on your phone so that you can organize Instagram and Facebook at the same time. But
I do not.
Well, it's nonstop. Used to, I love getting a message or a comment. Now it's just.
So let me ask you a question then. What would you say an average reel gets for comments? On your average reel, I'm saying. I don't know about other people, but
I don't know. Because before it was like I'd be thrilled to get like, if I like to just see how many views, because honestly, a lot of people, I know how I am. I'll view it, but I don't ever comment. I just keep going.
Yeah. No, but the reason I'm asking is because let's say you get, our argument's sake, right? Let's say in a week you get 100 comments. Does that sound reasonable? Or more? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't get as many comments as I do views. Like
that. So how many comments would you say you get, right? That what I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the ratio of good to bad or positive to negative?
Oh, much more positive. Definitely more positive.
So then who cares?
Right. Well, I know. And it's because somebody said, well, then just don't look. One of my other customers was like, well, then why are you looking? And then I started thinking, why do people even waste their time? Why are you wasting your time?
I thought of an idea.
Because they're losers.
Right. Then the next video you do, you dedicate it to them. Like, for example, if I'm playing pickleball and I've beat someone, I'll say to them, this game's for you, fella. Or I dedicate my win to them.
And it's funny because I did kind of just barely address it in one of my reels. I just pop up things. I don't like to talk in the reel because I sound like this. And
that's all right.
Yeah. Well, anyway. And so I put things up and I was like, for those that say that the clothes are too big, I understand some of them don't fit me. I said, I'm just trying to show you what we carry.
That's right.
I think the larger thing is that you have figured out how to monetize video, and we haven't yet. But I'm thinking, what if Robin models shawls? You think we could
shawl model?
Could we recreate the same sort of success?
Eric, don't give away our idea. Don't tell them about Shawls for All.
I'll cut that out of the rebroadcast. Shawls for All.
Shawls for All. Don't tell them about our idea.
I was also thinking about the Cummerbund Emporium. You know Cummerbuns?
Yeah.
Where do you get a nice cummerbund? The Cummerbund Emporium. So we could have Robin model shawls and cummerbuns.
And they would look great together.
He's ripped out of his mind. I don't know if you've seen his Instagram, but he always wears clothes that don't show. His triceps
works out.
Huge. Yeah.
Like Robin's like this.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just point out that showing me a bunch of childhood stars and saying that homeschool kids are normal are proving
That's right, Joseph. 3 hours are due to us. That's right.
You know what? Okay. Eric.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did do okay.
I got to redeem myself somehow. So you know what? I'm going to hijack one day when y'all have a random guest on, and I'm going to be like, I'll send you a private message, Robin. I'll be like, give me the login. Yeah. I'm going to jump on, and I'm going to prove my point.
I hope that you do.
She's going to offer Robin a pair of slippers.
That's good, because I'm actually on Jenny's side. I think homeschool kids are great.
Okay.
See, and that's what I told. I said, Robin he's good people.
I do think Eric's onto something here, though, about you. Let me just say this to you, and I love you guys. If I was making money doing videos, it would turn into Rod's Video Emporium. And be shooting. They would be like, "Is that Gary Vaynerchuk?" No, my God, that's not Gary Vaynerchuk. That's Rodney with a crew following him around trying on clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I think part of my issue is too is that it's like, I mean, I've had this boutique for 20 years now, and I live now 45 minutes away from it, and you know what I mean. And it's like, so I don't
know. Send Robin up there to try on everything you have.
Yeah.
Him and Danny.
They're going to be close to the same size, right? Filipinos.
That's true.
Danny's precious. Come on, he's precious.
I love the chicken nugget necklace. Is really.
Yeah.
Wonder what his favorite dipping sauce is.
Me and Eric both go. Wait a minute. That's a good question. Well, if it's play sauce.
Do you want to plug? He's right. So we're going to be on your show tomorrow. You're going to run us through the. You have a new bit.
Right.
The ink.
Yeah, I want to see the ink blots.
I'm so excited to be on Jenny, Winny, and the Average Dude tomorrow.
I mean, if I got any more excited, I would come through the screen. I am excited.
You should be. And let me tell you, because I had some things I was going to talk about today, and then I was like,
No, save it.
Well,
save it
here's the
tomorrow.
thing, right? The last podcast I was on a show other than my own was I was surrounded by kings, so should be interesting.
This is
So
it's a high bar. It's a high bar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get Jenny, Winny, and the average dude. I mean, oh, wait a minute.
A king and a queen.
Oh, we're done. But Rodney, where are you from? You said North Carolina.
Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yep. And you were from South Carolina?
Spartanburg, but I live in North Carolina.
Yeah. The important thing is we beat you both in the war. Remember the big war we had? We won?
I don't recall. No.
I don't recall anything about anything.
Yeah. America versus America.
America.
All right. I think, listen, we did.
I'm going to put up this last comment that Joe did.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Jenny, the only person you haven't had an issue with is me. Me and you the only one. Like Robin was.
Wait for it, Rodney. It's
coming. Winnie, you act like I'm the antagonist. You're the one that attacked Robin the first time you're here. No, you're just making.
No, but then he proved himself, and I was like, "Hey, good."
Yeah, he came around.
Did he? What was the fight about?
I thought he came around.
It was about Queen. What or
about Maroon 5?
Adam Levine,
Oh, that's right.
Still hate him.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Robin, you were born in '97. I need to know that. Okay, good. Got it. Give me your mom.
I was born in '96, just so you know.
Yeah. So was my son.
Eric was born in '92.
1892. Yeah. All right, listen, we'll be on the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin returns tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then we're going to be on Getting Winning the Average Dude.
Getting Winning the Average Dude. We can't wait. We can't wait. I hope Italian Tony makes a guest appearance.
He's going to be here.
Bring Danny. I'll bring Elvis.
You bring Elvis.
Yeah.
Robin will bring his shawl.
And get a cover.
It'll be a good time.
Bring your shawl and your triceps, you sexy bitch. All right, see you later, America.
Bye, guys.